Hey, what's up everybody? I'm going to go over Pulsechain, a new blockchain coming out, an energy efficient, cheaper, faster, fee burning Ethereum fork. I'm going to go over exactly why I think Pulsechain is going to do extremely well. It's actually being released by none other Richard Hart, who released HEX and has done 10,000x. And there's a little funny story I'm going to share as well. So let's get right into this. The only way that you could have got Pulse was by sacrificing, and I'll go over all of that. But why do I think Pulsechain is going to do good? Let's go into it. These are blockchain cryptos that have done extremely well. I'm not going to go from the bottom, but let's look at some of the percentage returns they have done. This is Phantom, and it's 730, or that's 73,000% gains from 2020. This is AVAX right here. From the bottom to the top, you have 4,800%. You have BNB, which was just crazy. We'll take it from the bottom of 2017, not from launch date, and then we'll see it is at 52,000%. And then you have Matic, we'll take from the bottom of 2019 as well. And then you have that move at 24,000%. Honestly, crazy numbers. So Pulsechain is similar, and I'll go into why it's similar, because it is going to be launched on MetaMask. I mean, you can use and trade the network anywhere, but MetaMask, just like you can change from different networks on Binance Smart Chain to Phantom. So you see right here, we just changed to the Phantom network, to the Binance Smart Chain network, and to the Matic network. So it's very easy to use, and I'll go into some of the other things that Pulsechain is going to do and why it will be valuable in my opinion. And honestly, whether you think it's a scam or not a scam, I'll go into how it cost me potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars for, just kind of kicking it aside and thinking that Richard Hart is a scam. So this is a video that we did in 2020. What is HEX coin? Richard Hart's HEX coin a scam? I mean, all I want to show you is this, the price. It was a fraction. It wasn't even a cent. It wasn't even a cent. It's done 15% that day, just on Hotbit. And you can see right now, so that's 0.0064. And now you look at HEX, 0.183. And it hit an all-time high, I think at 65 cents. Okay, at 47 cents. Maybe there's a higher wick that it doesn't show, but that honestly is almost 100x from there. And you don't need so my lesson from this, and my lesson that I want to share with you guys, is that you don't need to go all in or place the farm in these types of projects and new coins coming out, and new blockchains, new games. All you need is $1,000, $100, whatever a percent of your portfolio is. That could be 1,000, that could be 100, that could be 10,000. Damn, it could be $1 million. You know what I mean? So you don't need to put the farm in. Put in 1% or less than 1%, and this could be like the high risk or your gamble stack. And at 100x, when these projects are doing 100x, we looked at FTM, AVAX, BNB, Matic. When these projects are doing 100x, you don't need to go all in. You're going low risk for super high reward. So let's get into what Pulsechain does and why I'm bullish on it. So first of all, Richard Hart, I didn't like the guy, but I'm going to put my ego aside. He's done very well with HEX, regardless if it's a scam or not. I'm going to get into Pulsechain. I'm going to find a good entry. I know we're nearing the end of Q4, and usually this is when bull markets end. So will we get Pulsechain at a very good rate? So to get Pulsechain, and I kind of skipped that, to get Pulsechain, you had to do a sacrifice. And the sacrifice was right here, and you honestly could donate or allocate, whatever you want to call it, in any network. I saw the sacrifice phase live, and I kind of was still iffy about it, and I didn't like that you can sacrifice with any crypto, but now it kind of makes sense to me. And you would get Pulse when you sacrifice, the sacrifice phase is over. So now you're just going to have to wait till Pulsechain launches and then buy some, unless you actually get some from holding Hex. I'm not sure, but I am sure that it is in here that everything from the ERC20 platform is going to get forked. So I'll share with you guys here. Pulsechain goals: increase Ethereum's value. Ethereum's fees will be lowered by sharing its load. And as I shared with you guys, all the different networks here, they have the same goals by reducing fees, making it faster, offloading all the work from the ERC20 platform to different L2s or different blockchains in general. So enrich ETH users. Pulsechain will re-enable priced out use cases. Instead of launching empty, Pulsechain brings the ETH system state in ERC20s. This rewards holders and founders of Ethereum-based projects. So every token, every NFT, I believe, if I'm reading this correct, will be mimicked, will be forked, airdropped on the Pulsechain network. So will there be liquidity? What are people going to put value to them? It's hard to say right now. Enrich ERC20 and NFT users. The launch of Pulsechain is the largest airdrop in history. Thousands of Ethereum-based tokens and NFT receives their free Pulsechain versions. This new gold rush contains the value discovery of thousands of tokens and NFT on Pulsechain. If you always wanted to be in a whale in a certain ERC20 or NFT, maybe you can be. So it goes back to like how much liquidity will be on a P, which stands for Pulse. Let's say Link coin. How much liquidity is going to be there? If you're a Link whale and you bring over hundreds of thousands of Link from one network to the next, how much are you going to be able to sell? How much liquidity is going to be there? So that's all things to think about and kind of wait and see. My goal is to kind of pull out what I can from all the airdropped stuff, because I have a bunch of stuff on ERC20 that goes from Ethereum, WBTC. Maybe you have a CryptoPunk, and who knows what we're gonna see. So maybe take all the money out and put it into Pulse, the native currency. As we've seen, Phantomatic, these currencies that run these blockchains or L2s or whatever it may be, they explode in price. Easy to use. This is what I'm showing you guys. Your MetaMask wallet just works. You only have to change a single setting to access Pulsechain. ETH holders can transact for free with freemium Pulse. Lower Pulsechain fees and serves more users. Remove pollution, improve game theory, and empower Pulsechain holders. So let's go to the bridging interoperability. So bridging, ETH can be traded on the Pulse network and Pulse can be traded on the Ethereum network. Bridging can also be done to other smart contract capable networks. So ETH and Pulsechain, you can send ETH to the Pulsechain bridge contract on ETH, which locks it in and issues PETH, so Pulse ETH, on Pulsechain at a 1-to-1 ratio. It's kind of like what we see with the WBTC vault, where you're sending WBTC and then you get 1-for-1, and it's actually worth pretty much the same thing. So Pulse on Ethereum, you can send Pulse to the ETH bridge contract on Pulsechain, which locks it and issues ETH Pulse on the Ethereum network, and it's 1-for-1 as well. This can also work for ERC20s. Trading. Thousands of ERC20 tokens on the Pulsechain can trade on Pulsechain's Uniswap and similar at launch. Since Ethereum state is included, there will be an ETH Pulse pair on Uniswap and an Ethereum network, and a Pulse ETH pair on the Uniswap on Pulsechain network. There may be an ePulse trading pair on the smart contract enabled chains, and exchanges may list Pulse and any of the thousands of tokens on the Pulsechain network. So nomenclature. So
nomenclature.
So nomenclature. Anything locked on the Ethereum network bridge to the Pulse network bridge will be known as P anything. Example, PETH for ETH locked on the Ethereum bridge to the Pulse network. Hex is known as EHEX, short for the Hex on the Ethereum network, while Hex on Pulsechain is called PHEX, short for Hex on the Pulse network. So pretty easy to distinguish all of that. So I am looking for Pulsechain to come out, and this is my kind of strategy, just because these coins, you can see that sometimes when they come out, yeah, they explode. Actually, you can see that depending if this is all the data, you can see that it dumped a little bit. And let's look at some more. You see they kind of are stagnant. So with all of the new tokens being airdropped on Pulsechain, there might be some type of dump, because a lot of people have let's look at a few things. One, people have not airdrop, but they have they have sacrificed a ton of money months ago, and that money has now, doubled, tripled in value. If people have put 10 ETH months ago, Ethereum's price has moved up significantly. So how much pulse are they getting back? Are they going to be able to take profit? Are they going to be in a loss? This is all information that we don't know yet. So I think that maybe some people will be taking profits. And as we've seen with other blockchains or other cryptocurrencies, when they launch, sometimes they go up and then they consolidate. So I think that I will buy a little bit on day one, and then I'll wait for some sort of dump, or I'll wait for some sort of consolidation to kind of enter more into Pulsechain. Do I think that it'll do a 10,000x like HEX did? Potentially. I don't think it'll do 10,000x. Can we potentially get 100, a 200, a 300x? Richard Hart, he's a cocky guy. He'll do anything in his power to drive his coin, upwards. He wants to be, successful. He's already done a huge success for HEX. So I think that he can actually bring some success to Pulsechain. If you guys have any information, post it below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.